Alright, here's the story about the obese people that I saw today when I was out in the world. And I took the bus. I first rode my bike to a bus stop in town because for me to get to the bus from my house is about 4 blocks walk on a sidewalk. And for me to do the 4 blocks in and the 4 blocks out, that's it. That's all I could do. I couldn't go to court if I did that. So, anyway, I rode my bike to the bus stop. I'm really happy with this bike, so happy with this bike. And I got on the bus, and there was a lady in a wheelchair, morbidly obese, so big, oh man. And to even get on the bus, I was just like, she barely made it. Oh. And I was so upset watching her come in, and I was in the other handicap seat was not pulled down. That's where I was sitting, so it was right next to me. And oh, I'm so conscious of this, and it was difficult to watch what she had to go through with the seatbelt hooks and the man, the bus driver and everything that had to go on, and I was just like overwhelmed by it. Well, right immediately the next person is her best friend or her friend that they're going together, and her friend is not in a wheelchair, but her friend has like a little cart thing that you push. It has a chair. I don't know. I'll find a picture of it. And I guess, you push it around, and it's got stuff so you can put your groceries, etc. And then you can sit on it if you need to, which, God bless her. I'm glad she has it, and I'm glad she's getting around. And she sits down with her friend, and so the two of them there, I just felt so bad. And they were not 60 years old, either one of them. I'm 54 now. And they were just a few years older than me, and I'm glad I saw them first, because it made me realize, like, this is not a good time for you, Sharon. Do not talk to one person about obesity. You are focused on court. Stop it. So I was like, okay, I will. And I got through the court thing, and I didn't see anybody there. And the next place I went was to the organic grocery place, and there was a woman there. I have a very good friend, Beth, in Indiana, who does weight loss coaching, and I'm going to link to her site down at the bottom. You should go look at it, because you'll see what I'm talking about. But Beth was morbidly obese and confined to a wheelchair before she blossomed into this amazing thing that she is now as far as physical. But, her spirit has always been amazing. But this woman looked a lot like Beth in that picture I'm going to refer you to, only bigger, much bigger, and she was in a motorized cart, and she was completely spilling out of the cracks of the motorized cart. Like, her body was coming out any place that there was an opening, her body was coming through. And I was just so upset for her, and I was on my thoughts about my messiness excuses, which, excuses is my thing. That's what I'm telling everybody. The reason you're obese is because you're making excuses for yourself. Well, my goodness, this woman has to be over 500 pounds, and I feel like that's too hard for me. I want to reach the people that were like me at 275. Like, that's my people I can relate to. I know what you're going through. But I see you now at 275, and you're only 25 years old, or under 30, and you're going to be that lady who's my age, who's 600 pounds in the grocery store. And then I won't be able to get you at all because you'll be too sick. Okay, well, then the last one was right as I got to the bridge. So I'm downtown, and the bridge, we have to get back on the bridge and come to my little island. And the last stop there is out in the heat. I've been at that stop many times in my life, because I've lived without a car before in the years that I've lived here. And I know that stop well. And there's nothing near it. You have to walk to get to it. And this lady was there, and I thought, oh my God, she is not getting on this bus. And yes, she was. She was gigantic. First of all, really tall, and way more than 400 pounds. She was another person with a cart, and she got on the bus and paid her fare and said a couple words to the man, the bus driver, and he says to her, oh, you're on the wrong bus. No, you can't be on this bus. You have to go on this other bus. And he explains it all to her and points like a block and a half away where she's going to get on this other bus. And I just wanted to start crying right then, because the amount of effort it took this 400-pound woman to turn around with her walker, get back off the bus, and as we're pulling away, I'm just seeing her face and how exhausted, and her wrists holding that thing to push in front of her. And you know, I have bad wrists, and I wrote this book to try to make people not do this, and my website's all about that, and I know I can get people to change, and it's not like there aren't any. I'm so glad I did not even attempt to talk to anybody. I hope you visit fitinfun.com if obesity is your problem. Please.